So today is Ghana, and we are going to look at some of the things that Ghana has been doing. The Ghana Hub is central to the Wada network. Should I say that we proud ourselves to say that we're the first hub to be initiated within the globe Wada ecosystem. Currently, though we started as one main hub in Accra, through our activities across the country, currently we have a hub in the northern region, which is on the ground. We'll hear from them. And again, we have a hub, a virtual hub in the middle belt, which operates programs when necessary. But currently we have a hub, an office space, a hub, a central hub in Accra, Ghana, which is the capital of Accra, which is the capital of Ghana. And also in the northern part, we are establishing another hub to serve the people in the northern region. So for the past 2 years, most of our activities had been centered within what the Accra hub is doing. But to make sure that people learn what the other hubs are also doing, much more will be given to the hub leads in the northern region and in the middle belt to tell us some of the programs that we've been doing. The Accra hub coordinates ongoing activities generally all over Ghana, despite the fact that we are trying to establish another hub in the north. And currently, we are trying to restructure our activities again. We are trying to develop other ventures to see how to build a sustainable plan to see how to carry the hub on. We all realize what happened in Fund 9. Most of our activities didn't get funded. So we've realized that we need to build a plan. We have to have a business plan, a sustainable plan, so that if we don't get funding for catalysts, what do? Do we close the hub down? No. So the Accra hub is going through a restructure thing. We are developing a sustainability plan. We are going into collaboration with other groups. I don't really want to say it, but maybe we may be building a cafe, a blockchain cafe, where we'll be the first place to accept cryptocurrency in Accra. I'm praying that it comes on, but we are in partnership with somebody. We are going to get a space where we are going to do that. So you can come there, have your cup of coffee, you can eat your chips and fish and pay in crypto. The Wada Showcase, a program that is really also being highlighted, is also managed by the Ghana Hub. It's a Wada program, but being overseen by the Ghana Hub. We shall see, we shall have an overview of what the Showcase program is about, and then you all understand what it is about. And if you have a project here and any member of the Showcase comes to you, you give here to the person. It's not a border. He's not auditing you. It's not a border. But then he's trying to let your project be opened. I didn't want to say much because they have a portion to talk about as we move on. The Accra Hub also coordinates Catalyst Africa Town Hall meetings. And I'm proud to say that Catalyst African Town Hall will be turning 1 year in March. We've survived it. And we did this through the backing of WADA, because the main catalyst, we had only funding for just 3 months operation, but then we've been able to survive a whole year. We are grateful to SWAM for initiating this process, and we are also very grateful to WADA for giving us the backing and support to continue. If you want to know more about Catalyst African Town Hall meetings, please join us every other Friday. Yesterday was one meeting, and the meeting was marvelous. If you didn't know where to put your funding, your proposal, if you attended yesterday's meeting, yes, we had Vanessa really talking about Fontaine challenge setting. And she really broke down every challenge for us to understand. Please look for the recording because it's something that you have to have been there. It was really, really interesting. But if you are not there, look for the recording. And then, as I said, Catalyst Africa Town Hall turns 1 year next month, and we have a whole lot of activities lined up to look out for us. Now, not to waste much time, as I said, we are going to give the opportunity to the other hubs to showcase what they are doing, the other sub-hubs in Ghana to showcase what we are doing. So we are going to the Northern Ghana hub with Jeremiah, who is the head there, for him to tell us what he's doing up north. So Jeremiah, the floor is yours. Hello, are you there?
Hi, I'm here. Thank you, Madam Ifya, for the opportunity. I would like to share my screen too. Okay, so just a moment. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
All right, so I'm just going to give a brief presentation on what is happening in the north. And
it's raining here, seriously. Woo.
Well,
go ahead.
Okay, yeah, so I'm in the person of Jeremiah Bani. So a brief overview of the Northern Ghana hub located in Nalerigu. That is a Center for Technology Education and Innovation Lab, or in short, the Nalerigu hub. And our mission as a hub is a transformative IT community with the aim of exposing the youth and organizations in Ghana and beyond through education and training on how they can utilize the opportunities of both emerging and present technologies for the improvement of their lives and that of their society. Yes, so this is the key aim of the hub. That is, we empower people or young people with technologies that are already available, how they can use these ICT tools to improve their lives, be able to interact with the world at large. Then also emerging technologies such as this distributed ledger technology, such as blockchain, is an emerging one in the country. And so we are also taking that bold step and first among many other hubs in the country to expose many people to the potentials of blockchain technology and how these technologies are revolutionizing the world. All right, so the Nalerigu Hub is a very young one, and we are currently renovating the place. Like Madam Ifya said, yes, we now have a physical structure, and we are renovating the place, stocking it with some few equipment to make it conducive for activities to be carried out. And this wouldn't have been possible if there wasn't the intervention of Wada and Nurturing Roots. So much thanks goes to Nurturing Roots and Wada for their massive support towards the achievement of this whole and putting the hub in place and also making it a pleasant place where we can actually sit and interact and talk about viable initiatives that develops us as a local hub and also expose us to opportunities internationally. And like from the mission I read out in the previous slides, Yes, we run a series of activities at the hub and in some major parts of northern Ghana as well, which include, so we are into general blockchain education meetups for the youth. And these are usually carried out in campuses and also communities at large. So I've held a lot of campus meetups for Cardano blockchain and also partnership with other ecosystems as well. And the same thing for communities. And there has been a great lot of participation and people wanting to learn more and more. And also we embark on training and onboarding of freshers onto Project Catalyst. And yes, I think so far I've been able to train up to 15 active proposal assessors and a few proposers that is within a period of 1 year. And that is a great achievement for the hub in northern Ghana. And we also undertake special IT training sessions that is for girls and orphans. So this initiative is also still running. And like I was saying, I can't stop thanking Wada and Nurturing Roots, because initially we have been holding these programs in churches close by, because due to not having an organized space to actually hold some of these activities. But I know from now on, we can definitely have a small size place that takes up to 12 to 15 people. And we are able to actually hold decent programs in a decent environment. Then we're also into multimedia works and printing services, multimedia designs, photography. Then we're also into t-shirt printings, among others. So this is all part of the road towards independence or sustainability, such that at the end of the day, there will always be some resources to keep the hub running into the future. So currently, this is how the place looks like. This is so much better with Wada's intervention. This is now decent. It's just I couldn't add the way it looked like before the Wada intervened, Nurturing Roots intervened to actually give us speed to what we are seeing today. So this is actually a milestone and game changing. So this is how the physical components, the physical structure looks like. And this is the inside of it, or the internal view of the hub. So currently it's at this state, and I am now working to get some few furniture so that we can set up the place, and we can begin to use it effectively for some small conferences among others. Yes, and I think a week today, as part of our programs and as a Cardano ambassador as well, I held a face-to-face meetup that was last week, 18th of February. And so this was the event, and I had in attendance almost about 50 participants who came for the event. And I exposed them to Cardano, overview of Cardano, intro to blockchain and cryptocurrencies. And I also gave them a brief overview of Wada, made them know who Wada is, and also spoke to them. And I think as it speaks now, some of these participants have started joining Wada programs, and which I know is a great start. Yes, so this is the face-to-face event, and this was the group picture that was taken. Okay, and I'm almost bringing my presentation to an end, and I also hold online meetups as well. So I have held a series of online educational events on introducing my audience to the overview of blockchain and cryptocurrencies with much emphasis on the Cardano blockchain. So in this year already, I've held 3 online conferences with good participation, and I have the content of these lessons uploaded on YouTube with the YouTube channel name is Cardano Africa Academy. So maybe you can just search for it, subscribe to the page. I have a lot of educational content and interesting content on overview of blockchain, cryptocurrencies, and narrowing it down to Cardano as well. And so this is how the channel looks like, Cardano Africa Academy. And I have 3 lessons, comprehensive lessons, of course. So from evolution of money to Cardano blockchain, what makes it unique. I think our most just ended one was introduction to altcoins, which is also very key. So you can visit the channel to learn more. Okay, so in conclusion, I am hoping, or we are hoping for more support to get the hub elevated to a first-class training and learning center where we can equip our audience around Northern Ghana and beyond with the required knowledge, skills, and resources to help them better their lives and impact their societies through technology. Thank you very much. And this is the brief overview I can give from the Northern sector right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeremy, for your what should I say? Good work you are doing up there. More power to the Northern Hub, somebody says, Ezekiel says. Gary, can you stop sharing your screen, please?
All right, thank you.
Thank you. And as Jeremiah, Ezekiel said, more power to you for what you are doing there. We know that there's a lot of, what should I call it, unemployment. And if you are able to help the youth in those areas, I know that we are going to make places. So as I said, we also have, is Mustafa here? Okay, he said he would not be able to come. We also have Mustafa also doing things within the middle belt through Wada, and through that, through all the things that he's been doing and learning, he was able to put in a proposal in Fan 9, and I think he was the only one who won for Ghana in Fan 9. And the proposal was to go to campuses to train people, to onboard people onto Catalyst. And he's not here, but he sent his video, and we are going to play the video for all of you to look at the good work that Mustafa is also doing through his funding.
Hello community, my name is Mohammed Mustafa Yakubu. I am the proposer and project lead for Cardano for Catalyst Campus Training Project. Catalyst Campus Training Project is a funded project under Grow Africa Grow Cardano Challenge in Fan 9. And the problem was that we observed that most colleges and universities in Ghana neither teach the ideas of entrepreneurship, nor does it provide students with the ideas of blockchain for them to effectively gain financial and economic freedom. So the solution was to educate, empower, and develop tertiary students with the ideas of blockchain and the resources of Project Catalyst so that they will be able to ideate on Cardano blockchain. We had 4-month period to be able to execute the project, and the project was launched in November and ended in February 2023. In November, we went to the regional library Tamale and we interacted with 50+ students to learn about Cardano blockchain, set up their URL wallets, and also created accounts on IdeaScale to be able to participate in Project Catalyst. In December 2022, we're in WA in the Upper West region of Ghana, where tertiary students from UBIS and Dr. Hilia Liman Technical University came around to also learn about Cardano blockchain, the URI wallet creation, a DSQL account creation to be able to participate in Project Catalyst. It's okay. The site is considered moderate. You can repeat the same wallet, the same password. Please don't show your password to your friend as your question. What is your girlfriend? Oh, please, your girlfriend is still number of account. Your wife. If you are done, you can save. Number one. One, yes. If you get to a recovery, take a sheet of paper or your journal, wherever, write it down. Number of accounts. One. All of them down. All of them down. You write your recovery phrase down. In January, we are at University for Development Studies to interact with young para students in the Tolong districts, and they also came around to also learn about Cardano blockchain. They were able to set up their real wallets, and they also created accounts on IdeaScale in order to participate in Project Catalyst. Lastly, we went to University of Energy and Natural Resources, Toma campus in the Bono region of Ghana, and we interacted with 50+ students who came around to learn about Cardano blockchain, the cryptocurrency in general, blockchain fundamentals, evolution of money, and also learned about how to set up their URL wallets, also learned about how to be able to stake and delegate ADA on their wallets, and also learn how to execute, to transact ADA on exchanges. So generally, we have interacted with 200+ participants. We've been to 4 cities, 4 university campuses in Ghana, and the Catalyst Campus Project, Catalyst Campus Training Project has really helped a lot of students. More than 200 students have been able to understand what Cardano is, what the blockchain is, what are the opportunities that Cardano presents, and what are the opportunities that exist on Project Catalyst for them to be able to ideate ideas, for them to be able to submit even their business proposals that can be relevant to the Cardano blockchain, for them to get treasuries and implement their solutions to help solve community problems. And so generally, I'm very grateful to the Cardano community, very grateful to the Project Catalyst team, and I'm grateful to my 5-member committee or team as well. And then we hope that we'll be able to get the needed support to maybe expand our impact and also scale up to other locations and cities in Ghana. Thank you very much for the support. And as you can see, the proof of achievements and other gallery and data is being uploaded on the Google Drive. You can check it out, as well as some of the slideshows that follows after this video. Thank you so much. Cardano.
Hi guys, I am Abdul Fattah, a student of UDS here, and today I am fortunate to be part of Cardano Catalyst Campus 3, and I've learned a lot. I learned a lot about Cardano blockchain and how to create a wallet, how to access a proposal, how to create a proposal, and a whole lot of blockchain and cryptocurrency as general. And I'm happy to be part of this training.
Hello, I am Adakwa Kishos, a student from Yes. Today, I took part in the Catalyst Campus training, which has introduced me to blockchain and then cryptocurrency. So I've been able to create my own account, which I urge you all to show interest in all these activities. Thank you.
Hello, I am Benedicta Martin, a student of the University of Natural Resources. I participated in Cardano Catalyst Campus training on campus, and it was really impactful. Thank you.
Hello guys, I am W. Johansson. I'm a student here, and today I had a chance to participate in the Cardano Catalyst training, and I've learned a lot. And I've had a chance to open my account. Yeah, so I'm looking forward for the best of this training. Yeah, thank you very much.
So that is Mustafa, our lead in the Middle Belt. As I said, we are trying to expand. Never to say that Accra Hub is still ongoing, doing its onboarding, youth onboarding, which is led by Madame Emilia Safu. Through her proposals, we've done a number of youth boarding within the Greater Accra region and under the Accra Hub. She still continues under Fan 9. She was another person who won the Ghana Youth Onboarding too. And she's also going to take us through what she did.
Hello, good evening. My name is Emilia Safo, the proposer for Ghana Youth Onboarding Outreach 2, which was put in Grow Africa, Grow Cardano Fund 9. The purpose of this project was to go on with the education of Cardano blockchain to the youth of Ghana, specifically in Kumasi and Accra. One workshop to be held in Kumasi and one in Accra. The Kumasi one was held in November 2022 at Kumasi Hive, where a lot of students or youth were invited to come and be part of the Cardano blockchain. So they were given education on blockchain in general and Cardano blockchain and Project Catalyst opportunities, and also Yoroi wallet knowledge and opening of wallets for them. Those who were interested had wallets opened for them. The program was quite participative. The students were involved in it and they were really interested, and they had the opportunity to ask questions, and then most of them were happy after the program. They got value out of the program by being registered on Idea Scale. And most of them are hoping to be part of the Fund 10 challenge when it is launched. The second workshop was held in December 2022 at Accra City University College. That is Academic University College at Boshe, and which is a suburb in Accra. And there too, we had more than 150 students being part of the program. They were also taught about blockchain in general, Cardano blockchain, Project Catalyst opportunities, and Yoroi wallet opening. This was really educative for the students, as it was acknowledged by their administrator and the teachers as well, who were also part of the training. This was a very successful program where the students really got interested, and they are hoping that they will also become proposers in the Fund 10 and the subsequent one. So, in fact, they got value. We were able to get 150 of them to be registered on Idea Scale, and then most of them also are joining the Catalyst School, and it is expected that a number of them will be able to put in proposals for Fund 10 and beyond. And they are also becoming proposal assessors. At the end of this training, Cardano is gradually growing significantly among the youth in Ghana. This has really helped in expansion of knowledge in Cardano blockchain. And this has also brought many students on board who are going to really become developers in the future. Maybe not now, because they are getting to know more about it. Most of them have been encouraged to learn on their own so that they get used to it. They join the Telegram groups and become members of the community. So this is the contribution of Ghana Youth Onboarding Outreach 2, which has been successful. The program or the project has been closed out and is on the public view and is on YouTube as well. So thanks to Project Catalyst, Cardano, and then thanks to Wada for also coming to Africa for all of us to be part of it. Thank you.
We thank you, Madam Emilia Safo, for all the help you've been doing with Ghana Youth Onboarding. We pray that come Fontaine will be able to get more funding to onboard more youth. Now, the WADA team, Accra Hub, have a whole lot of people with a whole lot of knowledge supporting. So we have Natalian here, who is also going to tell us about his inputs and what he's doing on the blog. So Natalian, over to you. Have you been made co-host? Can you share your screen?
Hello, everyone. Can you all hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, let me turn my camera on so that good afternoon or good evening or morning, anywhere anyone finds him or herself. It's afternoon here in Ghana. I've shared the link of my slide in the discussion. So if you want to go along with my presentation, you can check it in the chat box. You will have access to the slides. Thank you so much. So my presentation is on the African Institute for African Institute for DeFi and Blockchain. This is not the original name for the project, but I'll talk about that one briefly. This is what WADA is doing, and through WADA, we've been able to get funding for such a unique think tank in Africa that focuses on blockchain policy research, advocacy, and education to help influence legislation in Ghana. So our model of operating is the influencer model, where we seek to share knowledge and popularize the population so that more people have different views to current political discourse. We have funding in Fund 8, and this project is a year-long project, so it is scheduled to end somewhere in July this year. We started as the Center for Coin Liberty. This was the logo we used in our proposal, but then now we are a full-blown institute. That's the African Institute for DeFi and Blockchain. This allows us to be more independent and increase our scope of work and be able to take the entire public policies space on. Now, prior to getting funding, this was one of the projects that we worked on when the government introduced what we call the e-levy bill in Ghana and sought to tax mobile money transactions. And so we write opinion op-ed in the news, try to make people understand that there are alternatives, and blockchain is even doing transaction at a lower cost. So there's no need for government to come and tax the mobile money transaction when the technology exists for cost of transaction to further reduce. And that campaign, through that activity, today e-levy started at 1.7%, but the government, upon the failure of the e-levy, had reduced it to 1%. And even the revenue target that they set, they couldn't achieve it. And so that was the one Bloomberg was reporting on. So people begin to be very obsessed about it. They got educated and they find ways to avoid the tax because they felt that it is not something that they are supposed to pay. Now, as an institute, we exist to try to put in more knowledge in terms of policy gap for blockchain, because not everybody favors blockchain narrative in the mainstream media. And so that is one of the things that 8Block sought to do. And so we look at other narrative, and the next thing that we did was to look at blockchain mining and staking energy consumption, comparative analysis on selected industry. You can get access of the full paper on our website. It's a policy brief. So what we did in this paper was to put in more knowledge on what blockchain mining is and what staking is and how their energy consumption has reduced with time. In addition to the hardware that we use for them has also been improved for better. However, the narrative out there continues to remain same, that blockchain has a lot of environmental issues and consume more energy and whatnot, and so it is terrible. And you have a lot of narrative, and you have University of Cambridge even saying that the energy that is run on that is consumed for blockchain mining is more than that of the entire country, Argentina. So this paper tried to put out that narrative and tell the whole world and make people understand that in terms of hardware, blockchain mining has improved in terms of hardware, and also in terms of the technology and energy consumption, it has also reduced. However, the narrative is same. And so people in the mainstream do not even know that we have moved from proof of work mining, and they are better or like proof of stake, where it consumes less energy, and people don't really pay attention. So in this paper also highlight the Cardano blockchain and its proof of stake mining consensus mechanism helps in consuming less energy. Then we didn't end here. We've also done a next paper, which is also on the skepticism of international financial institutions to adopt blockchain technology and decentralized finance. Now, this paper was written by Vladan and myself. What this study sought to do was to look at the international financial organization, being WEF, that's the World Economic Forum, IMF, Bank for International Settlement, and what have you. Like we look at them in terms of their approach to blockchain technology and even decentralized finance, and you realize that what the technology does, cryptocurrency, the DeFi's, what it does, it invariably eliminates them. Like you don't need financial intermediaries for these activities, and so it takes them out of power and makes them not going with that narrative. You get it? So we try to highlight on it and make them understand that they should accept or adopt blockchain technology for their activities, rather than adopting the we are not watching, or we are waiting to see it collapse, so that you see that we, the international organization, we are so relevant and whatnot. And that doesn't even end there. When you look at money laundering issues and whatnot, that people try to pin it on cryptocurrencies. I tell somebody that the first cryptocurrency was created in 2009, but the crime of money laundering has existed with humanity since the creation of fiat money. So how then does something that was created in 2009 has overpassed you in terms of creating financial crimes? And so it's neither true. It's not true. It's neither here nor there. So we try to make sure that academically there are more narratives supporting blockchain, so that people get the other side of the view. Rather than if you leave it to the mainstream, they are not good, because it doesn't favor them and it's kind of take away their control. And what makes it significant is that in Africa, most government consumes what the international monetary or financial organization says, and they just consume it and try to implement it. And like for the CBDC, for instance, when the World Bank decided to enroll and do more research into CBDC, most of countries have started launching their own CBDC, because it's a IMF directive, and all of them are holding on to it. We also gain some reputable individuals joining the institute to embark on more research when it comes to environmental research, conservation, and what we know we can use blockchain to track and trace even endangered species. And so we need to explore blockchain solution in that area. And we have Dr. Julia Baum joining to advance more research in that area. And then this is a meeting between myself and Doctor, trying to discuss possibilities, how we can do more research with time. And the activities of 8Block doesn't end in the paperworks. We also go to mainstream media. So if you see me here, it's a Rainbow Radio in Ghana, where we talked about some of our policy papers. We discussed them, try to share the way forward so that a lot of viewers, people who may not even have time to go to the website and get access to our materials, can also get to interact with it. And I must say that the impact with our radio was so huge that they call back. I had to go there twice because they demand on them that the gentleman who came to your studio to come and speak about blockchain, I think we want to hear him more. And so the media house has to call me. So for me to go back, so I have to do something that I plan to do it once. I had to do it twice in a week because of the feedback that they were getting at the station. And then the other picture also, speaker events. I also volunteered to join speaker events. This is the Cardano 2022 summits organized by Wada in Ghana here, where we share thoughts on blockchain. Now, the institute also has partners, including Wada. We have Wada, we have Kusens, we have Konma, Project Catalyst itself, and then Landano. Or with Landano, for instance, we try to associate with people who are bringing in more real world case use, so that if you are speaking about blockchain, it doesn't become just like an abstract idea that people don't really see the functionality of it. But we try to put some of this real world situation case use out there, and Landano helps us with that. And we have Wada, who is also been helpful to our institute from winning funding at Project Catalyst, and also getting access to other events, student events, coming to hubs to do trainings, speaking to other audience. Through those things, we are able to reach out to a large number of people. And so I'll conclude here. I'll say if you want to follow us, you have our handles here. Those who have access to the slide, the links are there. And you can also follow me personally on social media, and we are open for collaboration, be it research events and anything you can think of that falls within our scope of operation. Even let me add that we contributed, we wrote a legal opinion that assisted Landano in their piloting for the Ghana phase. And when I spoke to Pete, he was like, yeah, the legal opinion was helpful, and it really made us understand how the legal system is, so that we can be able to frame our idea. And so for compliance, maybe you have a tech project and you are bringing it to Ghana, and you want some of these compliance opinions and whatnot, you can engage us as well. So basically, that's one 8 block. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nathaniel, for this. Actually, you've been sending me A block. Never told me that Coinbase had moved to A block. So I was a bit confused about A block. In any case, thank you for really
okay, today you know now. Thank you.
Yeah,
sure.
Because when you sent me A block, I didn't know what it was. So I was like, I knew of Coinbase.
Coin Liberty. Yeah, Coin Liberty has transform itself, and we have rebranded to a full institution. That's African Institute for DeFi and Blockchain.
Okay, thank you very much. Do anybody have questions for Nathaniel? Any questions for Nathaniel? If not, we'll go on with our presentation. We will be taking you through one of our Wada's highlight programs that we are doing, hosted by the Ghana Accra Hub. And without wasting much time, I don't want to take it from the horse's mouth. I'll call on Richmond Saba to explain what the whole process is about. Richmond, are you there? Is Richmond there? Okay. Since the project is under me, if Richmond is not there, I would take it upon myself to take us through what's the Auditing Africa proposal.
I'm here.
Okay, Richmond, go ahead. If you can
Sorry,
take
my
us.
network.
I know I'm also having the same issues. I keep dipping, and it's not easy. It's raining here. I'm really forging ahead. So Richmond, take it from now, from here.
Okay. Okay, so my name is Richmond Saba. I lead in the Wada Showcase program, and I'm here to take you through Wada Showcase. So Wada Showcase comprises a team of individuals who have been taking through training on looking out for proposal details and having to write articles on the Catalyst community, more exposure on the work done by people from the Project Catalyst across the globe. So this will help for more collaborations on proposals. When an article is written on a project for Project Catalyst, it has been summarized, that's in the next point, to give the people who are reading it more insight, since the articles, since the ideas on idea scale are plenty and will cause laziness in reading. And also closeout reports are also plenty, so people will not be able to read through them. Articles give them a summarized view on the proposal that have been completed and help them understand more. So collaboration, and also have a platform to have their works visible. As at now, the showcase team has focused on African-based proposals, and they have selected completed proposals and have audited them. We have an Excel sheet that contains all proposals that has been audited so far, and also articles that has been written on them. So we share the Excel sheets, so you can take a look at these to be able to accept the showcase team, to enable them have a good and nice article written out for them, to have the community understand where their proposal is or how it's going. So this will help by it increasing credibility of the proposers and Project Catalyst at large. Not only will proposers have trust in them, but they will also have the opportunity to be funded on other proposals or have collaborations with them. So on the next slide, we can see the team, the leads, and the oracles themselves. The leads also work on auditing proposals. We also have a developer who has the ability or the capability to put the work on a website, which is on a domain. He will come and give a presentation on that later on. And also an editor who is capable in looking through all the works that are presented by the oracles. So the next slide will be presented by Ezekiel, the developer, who will take us through the website's details.
Okay, thank you, Richmond. Ezekiel, are you ready to show your? I should stop sharing.
Yes, mommy.
Okay.
All right, so can everyone hear me?
Yes, I can, and I presume everybody too can hear you.
Okay, good evening to everyone from where I am, or good afternoon. So we've been working on the showcase website for quite a bit, and we have been making some updates and tracking bugs and stuff like that. We've also been making some progress on uploading articles. So currently, if you go to the platform, we have articles that have been uploaded to the showcase platform. We also are now associating. So what the original idea was to create a platform where people can find interesting projects that have been funded on Project Catalyst, especially from Africa in the first phase, and also get an idea of what is going on. And we also provide a link to the project itself on Project Catalyst. But as we were talking and we're developing, I was working closely with the oracles and the editor, we decided that in order for accountability's sake, we were also going to make it possible for basically oracles to be associated with their articles as authors, and also to be able to track the progress of work that is being done here, because we need to make sure that projects are articles are being uploaded and people are doing the work that they are supposed to do. So for some time now, I've been working closely with the editor to make sure that articles have been uploaded. I've also worked to make it compatible with mobile. I will share the link later on in the chat so that people can take a look at it. Also, minor tweaks have been made to improve the user experience, and so that is what is going on. And just to give you a brief look or a snapshot, this is what the homepage for Catalyst looks, both on mobile and also on desktop. So if you go to the link that I'm going to provide today, this is what you're going to be seeing on the platform. And since it's a showcase website, we decided to give it our very best, make sure that it looks really good and it makes people want to click to see what is happening. Next is a small walkthrough on the showcase website itself and what it looks like. So in case you want to take a look at the beta platform, I just put the link in the chat. You can go check it out, and then we can go ahead. So we've got a user. This is what the homepage looks like. And once you land on the homepage, you have a very minimal, look with an explanation of what Showcase is about. And over here, you can browse proposals that have been uploaded, or you can go down and see recent articles that have been uploaded right down there. You could also click on this articles navigation link and get taken to the articles page. And once you land on the articles page, this is what you see. First off, you see the most recent article or the latest article up here in this huge banner with a read more button and the name of the author added. And when you scroll down, you can see all the other articles that have been uploaded. So over the past 1 week, these are the articles, these are pilot articles that were worked on that we've uploaded so far. And you can click on an article, an image, to go to the article detail and find out for yourself in the article details what is going on. On the side here, we also decided to put an event sidebar there so that you can see all the events that are going on with Wada. And then right down there on the articles, on the article detail page, you can see some of the recent articles that have been posted. Currently, we've not uploaded any profiles, but I can give you an example of what a profile looks like. Give me a minute. Yeah, so if I go to profiles, you get a nice sort of dashboard like this with profile cards uploaded, and you can filter by funding series. You could also click the view details to see the details on the profile, where you get information on the team that is carrying out the specific project, and you also get a nice summary of the project and what is going on. You get an idea of how much they plan for the budgets and everything else in the details page. We're also working and talking about using Showcase as a platform to connect to the various hubs and the various aspects of the WADA projects that are going on, so that from here you can go to the main website for WADA. You can also check out some of the teams, and also if anybody really wants to like get a little bit more visibility, you know, through Showcase and be led onto their platform, we could tag you on and add you up. There are more features that are coming up as we go along, and as these features get rolled up, if you signed on, you are going to see them appear on in your browser and on your screens as they come to you. So yes, I know this is a very short presentation. We're in the beta phase, and one thing I would like to say is that right now we are tracking bugs and the tiny quirks, you know, that might cause the website to behave in a very funny way. So if you go onto the platform and you realize that something is not working the way you expect it to work, or the way it should normally work, I would ask that you just reach out, email me. Let me drop my email. You reach out and email me, and let's fix the platform and make it what it's supposed to be. So thank you very much. This is the end of my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you, Ezekiel. And any questions? What I would like to add on to is, yes, the oracles may be approaching you. And right now we finished auditing most of the African proposals, if I wouldn't say all, and we are going to launch into the main ecosystem. So they may approach you and ask you a few questions about your proposal. It's not like they are auditing you. Though we have the word auditing. It's not they are auditing the funds that you used. They just want to follow up with your project and see what you've done, the good, the bad, and they will write a nice article about it, post it on the Wada Showcase site as you demonstrated it. People will come and read and see what you've done. And there's a way to prove to the community, the ecosystem, that you are credible. You took these funds to do this project, and this is what you've done. This is where you are so far. So I'll plead with any one of you that if any of the oracles approach you, don't think that the person is trying to be nosy and the person is trying to get to you. Please bear with them, tell them, discuss with them what they want. If you think they are crossing bands, you will let them know that no, you can't get to this point. This is what I've done with the funds I got. And then your article will be nicely presented on our showcase. All over, it's online. People will look at it and they will actually even come to you for collaboration and support. So we'll go on with our presentation. And coming soon, we are almost to the end of our program. Coming soon, and people should watch us. And this is mostly for people in the Ghana Accra hub. So for the past 2 years, we've done so much onboarding. We've educated so many people on blockchain, especially within the youth. We've educated them on blockchain to know the differences between, a lot of people in Ghana think blockchain is Bitcoin. So they've known the difference between blockchain and Bitcoin. They've also come to know the Cardano ecosystem. So those people that we've trained, what's next? We are coming out the full next month with those people that we've trained, want to let them have more education. We are going to train them on learning to actually be developers, learning to actually use blockchain. They understand blockchain, so what next? So we are going to use Web3, blockchain, whatever, for absolute beginners. We don't want the cases where you go and already the interface is there, then they'll be saying, do this, do this. No, we are introducing this thing. The first one, we are going to have it in-house, face-to-face. That's what I'm saying is for the Accra people. In-house. So if you are part of the Accra Hub, you've been part of our youth onboarding programs, you've learned about blockchain, but you want to move a step further, please, you are invited to come to the Accra Hub on the 18th of March. We are doing an in-house training, and we are going to continue after 18th of March. We are going to continue online to make sure that you people, we are giving you something concrete. You don't just say that, oh, I went to a blockchain program. Yes, I know blockchain, so what next? So we are look out for the adverts and look out for your all the things that all the goodies that are going to come up with this. And as I've already said, CAT is 1 year. We are celebrating. Let's celebrate together. If you have ideas how we are going to move on CAT, would you please join us and then give us ideas on how to move CAT forward? Because Catalyst Africa Town Hall is for all of us. It's a platform that we all want to come together to develop the ecosystem. You see how we're struggling with our internet within this space, because in Ghana currently it's showering and raining and it's windy. We don't have stable internet. When people were presenting the dips and lows, currently I for instance had 2 lights, mini lights off, and it's come back. And if I hadn't had a second support for my network, I could have gone off totally. So these are some of the things we want to help the continent with, build the continent to be able to stand some of this shakes. So please let's come together to see how we can bank the bankless, and everybody in Africa can have a peace. Because when I say Catalyst Africa Town Hall, it's for the whole continent. It's not just for Ghana. I'm just saying that I'm just putting in this because I coordinate this and I want everybody to come on board to help. And to be part of Wada, this is our portal. We have a Wada portal. We do a whole lot of things there. You can be part of the Wada portal by scanning this process, this QR codes on board. And before I go to the last slide, I'll give the opportunity to people to ask questions if there are any questions that they want to ask. Or I will just say that I'll just give off my last slide and say thank you for your support and thank you for being here. I'm closing my slide sharing, but it doesn't mean that I'm done. People can ask questions. You can ask questions. We are not done. You can stay on. You can network and do everything. So we are here almost at the end of Wada Monthly, supported by all the hubs. Goma is here, DIC Goma. DIC Goma, would you want to put in a word? How did you see the program and what are you doing there? Do you want to give a word from DIC Goma? Boaz.
Hello, everybody. Boaz from Goma, DRC. I enjoyed all the presentations. I really give thumbs up to all the team, and I don't have many to talk. Thank you to everybody.
Thank you, Goma. Steve, do you have something to tell us? You've been here since the beginning with us. Do you have anything that you want to say to us? That is the Ghana contribution to Cardano ecosystem.
Yeah, I mean, these were great. I thought me and Steve. But let's kick in that these were great presentations, and I really love to see actual like activities on the land where most of the work I'm being involved in is more in Zoom and really only gets out virtually. But here it's more real, and it looks like it's growing quite nicely and organically, and people getting together and creating value here. And
Thank
also
you.
these new like legal stuff, and like you're pulling entire industry together with different working groups and partnerships. So I really enjoyed it. A lot of insight and stories too.
Thank you. Melaline, my friend, are you going to give us a word?
Afia, oh, it's so nice to be here. I get so busy, to come, and I missed yesterday, so I'm looking forward to the recording. And I hope that I can just keep connected with what's going on, because like Tivo said, we can end up being online so much that we miss what's really going on. And that's what makes me happy, when I know that we're actually doing real work on the ground. So I want to keep that connected. Great presentations all around. I'm envious of this group, and everybody that comes in and takes these pieces and runs with them. I love that. There was one other thought that I had. I can't remember what it is, so it must not be important, but very, very happy to be here, connecting with you all.
Thank you so much for being here. I'll share the recording. Yesterday was very good insights. Vanessa he did very good justice to the content settings. And I'll share it with you. You can also share it with the C4C team, because I think people will really love it. And Steve, thank you for being here. Would you want to give us a word? You're always supporting us.
This was really interesting. I'm so glad I came this morning. I'm so impressed with everybody's work and how quickly you're growing this community. I mean, like this is really fast. I don't know if you realize that, but you're doing so well. And I think me and Tivo and Melanie are just going to have to fly over here in a couple of years. We're just going to have to come see y'all, because like I'm jealous. I want to be there too.
Come. There's more room for anybody, everybody. You're all welcome. You're all welcome. Okay, my boss is here. Would you want to chip in a word, Mercy?
It feels so funny when she calls me her boss, because I'm definitely not her boss. You know what? Every time it's inspiring. The work that Ifia you are doing with the team, with Nathaniel, Jeremiah, Mustafa, Emilia, Ezekiel, so giving. Like what can I say? And there are many more actually that didn't present today, and it's not just in Ghana. Over the past 4 or 5 weeks, Malik in Ivory Coast has been running a training program, hours every Saturday. What Ron is doing in Sierra Leone, what Boaz is doing in DRC, Goma. Who do I mention and who do I leave out? Megan and Laurentine and so on. It is. Alone we could do well. Like if it's just the Ghana team, as others have said, doing really well. But when we bring together the star power of everyone. And I am not exaggerating when I say star power. Like, everybody is coming at this with a certain quality of passion and willingness to do well, to the little resources that have been given to stretch it infinitely. And I think that network together explosion, we are yet to see the power of it. And I know that in years to come, as long as we are working together, we are putting people at the center of what we're doing, and doing what we're doing. A time will tell, and we ourselves, we will be surprised what we would have achieved. So thanks so much to everyone. Thanks, Stephen. Oh no, Stephen doesn't want to be called Stephen. He wants to be called Steve. So thanks, Steve. Thanks, Steve, Tivo, as well as Melanie for joining us, and everybody else that joined us. I'm very, very grateful. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for everybody. If there's no more questions, we can stay on and interact, or you're listening to Richmond. Richmond, thank you. Richmond is my backbone. He helps me with everything. All the nice graphics and everything is for Richmond. And all the nice music is from Richmond. So Richmond.
Yeah, and I myself, please. Yeah, Richmond, thank you. And Richmond Saba, sorry, I didn't mention you. I knew I was leaving some people out, but amazing all that you're doing. Back to you, Ifya.
Yeah, so Richmond, you can give us some African music as we interact low behind the background. Or we've come to the end of our Wada Monthly. Please look out for the next one next month, which is going to be led by Cameroon. They're also doing great. So the same time, the last Saturday in the month is our next Wada Monthly. Thank you all for coming. And let the music